Hello everyone, welcome back to the video series of signals and systems. So in this video we are going to learn about three more continuous time signals, their mathematical representation and their pictorial representations also. So if you are first time to my channel, please consider subscribing. So of the three, the first signal is rectangular pulse function. Okay, so rectangular pulse function. Rectangular pulse function. So as the name suggests, it is the shape of this function will be rectangular in shape, and generally it is represented as a rect t by t or a pi of t by t. Here capital T represents the total time period of the rectangular function. So if you write a rect t by t is equal to, so its representation is a, so amplitude is a for mod t less than or equal to t by 2 is equal to 0 otherwise. Okay, so its value is equal to this. So when you write mod t less than or equal to t by 2, so it implies that minus t by 2 less than or equal to t less than or equal to t by 2. So a rect t by t is equal to a for minus t by 2 less than or equal to t less than or equal to t by 2 is equal to 0 otherwise. So outside this interval, this value is going to be 0. So if you represent it graphically, a rect t by t or a pi of t by t versus t on the x-axis, so it will be rectangular in shape with the limits from minus t by 2 to t by 2. So its amplitude is going to be a. So if you want a unit rectangular function, so unit rectangular function same, but the amplitude is going to be 1. That's all. This is the only difference, minus t by 2 to t by 2. So pi of t by t, here a value is equal to 1. So this is the generalized form. So if you keep a is equal to 1, it becomes the unit rectangular function. So representation is pi of t by t is equal to 1 for mod t less than or equal to t by 2 is equal to 0 otherwise. Okay, so this is the mathematical representation of unit rectangular function. Okay, so the important point here is it means rectangular pulse function is even function of t. So it is even function of t. That means a rect t by t is equal to a rectangular of minus t by t. So if you observe here, the even area and odd area, that is the positive area from 0 to pi by 2 is replica of the negative area from 0 to minus t by 2. So it is called as even function. Okay, so it is even function of t. Okay, so this is about rectangular function. So next we'll discuss about triangular function. So as the name specifies, its shape is going to be triangular in shape. So its shape is going to be triangular in shape. Okay, so and it is represented as del of t by t, where capital T here represents the total time period of the triangular function. Okay, so if you draw or represent it mathematically, del of t by t is equal to 1 minus 2 into mod t by t, 1 minus 2 into mod t by t for mod t less than or equal to t by 2 is equal to 0 otherwise. So it is going to be 0 otherwise. That means for 0 to t by 2, for 0 to t by 2, that is for positive values of t, so mod t is going to be, so for positive values of t, mod t is going to be t, so del of t by t is going to be 1 minus 2t by t, 1 minus 2t by t. For minus t by 2 to 0, that is for negative values of t, so mod t is going to be minus t, so mod t is equal to minus t, then del of t by t is equal to 1 plus 2t by t, because mod t is equal to minus t. So writing that, what will get, del of t by t is equal to 1 plus 2t by t, 1 plus 2t by t for minus t by 2 less than or equal to t less than 0, and it is equal to 1 minus 2t by t for 0 less than or equal to t less than or equal to t by 2 is equal to 0 otherwise. It is equal to 0 otherwise. So if you represent that pictorially, so we'll get a triangular function. So it is del of t by t versus t on the x-axis. The limits are from minus t by 2 to t by 2. So its maximum value occurs at, so maximum value will be at t is equal to 0. So this is one of the important point, and the second important point is it is even function of t. It is even function of t. So these are the two most important points. The maximum value of this triangular function will occur at origin, that is at t is equal to 0, and it is even function. If you observe here, the shape, or it is replica of, it is a replica about origin. For positive and negative time, it is replica about origin, so it is also an even function of t, just as rectangular function, and its maximum value occurs at t is equal to 0. Okay, so this is about triangular function. So the next function is going to be, so the next function is going to be Gaussian function. Gaussian function. So Gaussian function is also an even function of t. So it is mainly used in probability theory. It is mainly used in probability theory. So we'll use this in probability theory in communications also. Okay, so in communications also we'll use this Gaussian function. So it is generally represented as GA of t, and is given by GA of t is equal to e power minus at square for minus infinity less than t less than infinity. Okay, so it is e power minus at square, that is, it is decreasing exponential signal, but this, okay, so if you represent it graphically, so GA of t versus t, so it will be like this, and extends it to up to infinity. Okay, so this is about Gaussian function. And if you like this video, please share with your friends, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.